Hey everyone, I'm working to hit 1,000 subscribers and I need your help to get there. If you enjoy this content, please hit that subscribe button right now.
The Toronto Blue Jays just made an announcement that's going to change the ballpark experience forever. And honestly, this is something fans have been asking for since 1993. We're talking about honoring one of the most iconic moments in Canadian sports history. And the way they revealed this to the legend himself is absolutely perfect. This is about respect, legacy, and making sure future generations never forget what happened on that October night. So here's what went down. The Blue Jays front office brought in Joe Carter for what he probably thought was just another routine meeting or appearance. Mark Shapiro and the organization had something completely different planned. They're celebrating their 50th anniversary next year, and they've been working on the best ways to commemorate that milestone. Fans have been sending emails, making requests, demanding that certain moments and players get the recognition they deserve. The organization listened. They're putting up a statue. Not just any statue, but one that captures the single most electrifying moment in franchise history. October 23rd, 1993, at 11:39 p.m. Joe Carter's walk-off home run in Game 6 of the World Series. Touch 'em all, Joe. The call that every Canadian who was alive at that time can hear in their sleep. The moment that brought the World Series championship to Canadian soil for the first and only time. The swing that cemented Joe Carter's place in baseball immortality. The statue is going to be positioned out front between Gate 5 and Gate 6 at the Rogers Center. And this isn't just some generic tribute. This is going to be a destination, a place where fans can gather before games, take photos, tell their kids and grandkids about where they were when they saw that ball leave the yard. It's going to be a physical reminder of what this franchise achieved and what it can achieve again. Every single person walking into that ballpark is going to see it and remember that the Blue Jays are a championship organization. When they told Joe, you could see it hit him. This guy who's never at a loss for words, who's always got a story or a joke ready, he was genuinely speechless. He kept saying how much Toronto means to him, how it's home, how he comes back year after year for the golf tournament and other events because of the connection he has with this city and these fans. But having a statue erected in his honor, that's different, that's permanent, that's legacy carved in bronze. Mark Shapiro made it clear that this wasn't just handed out, this was earned. Joe Carter didn't just hit one home run, he delivered in the biggest moment possible. Bottom of the ninth, World Series on the line, down by a run, and he crushes a pitch that will be replayed until the end of time. That's not luck. That's clutch. That's why he deserves this recognition, and it's why this statue is going to mean so much to so many people. What really gets me about this whole thing is the multi-generational impact. You've got fans who were at the Sky Dome that night who lost their minds in the stands. You've got people who watched it on TV in their living rooms, jumping off couches, screaming until their voices gave out. Then you've got an entire generation of fans who weren't even born yet, but have seen the clip 1,000 times, who know the call, who understand the significance, even if they didn't live it. That statue is for all of them. It's a bridge between what was and what could be again. And let's be real, this comes at a perfect time for the organization. The Blue Jays are building something right now. They've added Roki Sasaki. They've got Anthony Santander locked in. The roster is stacked with talent, and they're genuinely trying to bring another championship to Toronto. Having that statue out front is a daily reminder of what the standard is. It's not just about making the playoffs or having a good season. It's about winning it all. It's about creating moments that last forever. Joe mentioned he's not sure he can run anymore, joked about walking a straight line, but he knows he can still drive in runs. That's the mentality that made him great. Even now, decades later, he's still thinking about clutch moments, still thinking about delivering when it matters. That's the kind of player you build a statue for. That's the kind of legacy you want to preserve. This isn't just about nostalgia, though. Nostalgia is a huge part of it. This is about setting a culture. When young players walk into that stadium and see Joe Carter frozen in time, bat dropped, arms raised, circling the bases in pure joy, they're going to understand what it means to be a Blue Jay. They're going to understand that this franchise has history, has championships, and expects nothing less than excellence. The 50th anniversary celebration is going to be massive, and this statue is the centerpiece. It's something tangible that fans can visit. That becomes part of the game day tradition that gets passed down through families. You'll have grandparents bringing their grandkids to see the statue the moment they witnessed live. That's powerful. That's what sports are all about. Joe Carter's reaction said it all. He's honored, he's grateful, and he recognizes how special this is. Not just for him, but for everyone who's ever worn a Blue Jays jersey, everyone who's ever cheered in those stands, everyone who believes that Toronto can win again. This statue isn't looking backward. It's pointing forward, reminding everyone that championships are possible, that legends are made in this ballpark, and that October magic can happen again. Touch 'em all, Joe. Forever.